Welcome back aboard our ship, on a continuous journey toward the essence of truth. Since our journey began, we have been sailing through waves of questions, seeking answers, and moving step by step closer to the light that dispels the darkness of ignorance. In the previous episode, we reflected on the question, can our way to knowing Allah be through following the messengers? Today, we continue sailing through this vast sea to address a new question. Can the knowledge of Allah require the use of all means together? Let us continue this journey together, for the path ahead is still long, the heart still beats with passion, and the mind is eager for more knowledge. On a quiet night, amidst an endless sea, a small ship moved through the crashing waves. The winds blew from every direction, and the ship tilted with every wave. The captain stood on the deck, gazing into the dark horizon. In his hand was an old manuscript, a map drawn by sailors who had ventured through these treacherous waters before him. The captain knew he could not rely on the manuscript alone. It guided him, but it could not move the ship. In the captain's other hand was a tool no less important than the manuscript, a compass. That small circle with a delicate needle that always points north. It seemed simple, quiet, yet it carried within it a great secret, a secret that could change the fate of the entire journey. The compass was unaffected by the chaos around it. It didn't care about the storms battering the ship or the waves trying to sink it. It remained steady, calm in the midst of the turmoil, always pointing north, as if to say to the captain, "This is your path. No matter the circumstances, do not stray from your course." The compass didn't choose the path for the captain, but it gave him the ability to choose. It didn't tell him which path was correct, but it provided the certainty that there was a true destination and that, no matter how far he strayed, he could always return. The captain relied on it, but he realized that the compass alone could not lead him to safety. It needed the manuscript, the map that provided the details. But without the compass, those details became meaningless. And yet, the ship would not move an inch unless the sail was raised. The sail was what caught the wind and moved the ship forward. Without the sail, the ship would remain stagnant, even if the manuscript outlined the path and the compass pointed the way. The captain knew that the sail was more than just a tool. It was the wings that allowed him to fly across the sea. When the winds grew strong, the captain raised the sail high, gripping it with both hands as if holding his destiny. In those moments, he realized that the sail was what gave the ship life, what gave it the ability to face the waves instead of remaining still. The sail was the force that turned the wind, which could be an enemy, into an ally. It was what pushed the ship toward its destination, no matter the obstacles. But the sail alone wasn't enough. The captain had to know when to raise it and when to lower it. During moments of calm, when the winds were gentle, the sail might seem useless. But the captain knew well that the winds would come, and when they did, the sail had to be ready to catch them. The sail embodied hope, the hope that wins, which may seem random and unpredictable, could be the key to making progress. Yet the sail needed the captain's mind and his wisdom in dealing with the winds. Sometimes, the winds were so strong that raising the sail fully could be dangerous. Thus, the captain had to know when to reduce the sail to maintain the ship's balance and when to raise it fully to make the most of the wind. It was a delicate balance between power and control, between harnessing the winds and keeping the ship safe. This is how the journey continued. The manuscript defined the course, the compass guided the captain, and the sail propelled the ship forward. But the captain knew that success in this voyage depended on his wise use of these three tools together. The sea was full of challenges, and the storms were relentless. But the better he used the manuscript, the compass, and the sail, the closer he came to safety. Dear seeker, this story is a reflection of your life. You are the captain of this ship. Your life is a vast ocean, full of challenges and surprises. Sometimes the sea is calm, and at other times the winds rage and the waves crash. But in this journey, you are the captain of the ship. The responsibility of guiding it to safety rests on your shoulders. You hold three great tools in your hands: knowledge, reason, and a heart that understands, along with supplication, munajat. These tools, when used with wisdom, will be the key to your salvation. Knowledge is like the manuscript the captain carries. It is not just an old piece of paper, but the essence of the experiences of past generations. Generations who faced the same challenges, battled the same waves, and overcame the same doubts. It is a map drawn by those who came before us after countless adventures, paid for with toil, sacrifice, and sometimes an entire lifetime, to leave us this precious guide. This manuscript is not just random marks on paper, but a collective memory containing lessons from other journeys, hidden advice, and warnings that may not be immediately apparent. Every time the captain looks at it, he feels the presence of souls accompanying him, souls of those who drew the path before him. It is not merely lines, but quiet voices guiding him in the dark, voices of the past saying, "We faced this before you, and we found the way." As the philosopher Francis Bacon said, knowledge is power, but this power is not self-sufficient. It is a tool that requires a wise captain who knows how to use it. The map may be filled with symbols and lines, but it does not explain itself. Not all its details are clear, and not all its forms are easy to understand. The captain needs contemplation, reflection, and patience to read this manuscript and use it the right way. Knowledge is not merely the accumulation of information or the memorization of facts. It is a lived experience, an ongoing process of discovery and reevaluation. As Albert Einstein said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Knowledge is not only for understanding the physical world around us, but also a journey to understand ourselves. To grasp the wisdom Allah has placed in everything, and to recognize the laws that govern our existence. Knowledge is not limited to understanding nature, but is the key to understanding the relationships that connect everything, the laws that govern the interaction of things with each other. The laws that govern human relationships, even the laws that govern our relationship with Allah. Knowledge reveals how life works, but it leaves us with the task of searching for why it works that way. It opens doors for us to understand the world, but does not grant us the wisdom we need to navigate it. No matter how bright the light of knowledge shines, it cannot illuminate all mysteries on its own. Beings do not live only in a material world explained by physical and chemical laws. They also live in a world of ideas, values, and emotions that transcend the boundaries of matter. Human beings need to use their minds to connect scientific facts with greater meanings. To ask themselves, how do I use this knowledge? What is its purpose? How can these truths serve humanity and grant it meaning? The mind does not stop at understanding physical laws. It goes beyond them in search of wisdom, of the deeper purposes that make life a meaningful journey. Science alone is a tool, but it is not the ultimate goal. The greater goal is wisdom, which comes only from a harmonious combination of scientific knowledge to understand the physical world and its laws, deep reflection to grasp meanings and purposes that transcend material existence, connection with oneself and existence to find balance between what we know and what we believe. Science teaches us how to build ships, but it does not tell us which direction to take. It gives us the map, but wisdom is what decides how we use it. The compass is your heart, that remarkable blessing Allah has bestowed upon you, the tool of thought and reflection. Let us pause for a moment to reflect on this incredible organ that Allah has placed within us. The heart is not just an organ that beats with life. It is a gateway to deeper understanding. It is the one that distinguishes between right and wrong when paths become entangled. The Creator, who has perfected everything, logically must have placed profound secrets within the heart. Perhaps it is a unique system, akin to the operating systems we use in computers. Perhaps the heart is a repository of truth from the very beginning. The Creator, who brought us into existence, may have placed signs and signals within our hearts to guide us toward Him, but we need to search and carefully examine our hearts. Have you ever wondered why, at times, you feel certain things that you cannot understand? Why you feel comfort toward a particular matter or discomfort toward another without any clear reason? Perhaps this is the role of the heart, functioning as a sensitive device that picks up and interprets signals. Perhaps intuition is one of the heart's functions, and maybe the heart is a device capable of seeing beyond appearances, of perceiving truths that the naked eye cannot. Haven't we experienced moments in our lives when we felt a clear answer without knowing its source? Haven't we found ourselves in difficult situations, as though something inside us guided us to the right decision? This is the heart, working in silence, a faithful guide waiting for us to listen to it rather than ignore it. Modern scientists have begun to discover that the heart contains a neural network that works in coordination with the brain, reinforcing the idea that the heart plays a profound role in cognition. However, like any compass, the heart requires precise calibration to avoid going astray. The heart without knowledge might wander in emotions or hesitate in moments of doubt. But when illuminated by knowledge, the heart becomes wiser and more balanced. Leon Festinger, through his theory of cognitive dissonance, explained that humans tend to reject new ideas that conflict with their previous beliefs. The heart, in such moments, wavers, confused between what it knows and what it doesn't. But when the heart is supported by knowledge, it gains the strength to confront new ideas without fear or hesitation. The heart is the command center of the human being. It directs them toward good or evil. If the heart is sound, it guides a person to virtuous morals and grants them the ability to act wisely. Dr. John Andrew Armour, a renowned scientist and professor in the field of neuroscience, in his book The Heart is a Second Brain, states that the heart is not merely an organ that pumps blood, but a neural center that can influence the central brain. The heart sends more signals to the brain than it receives, a phenomenon known as heart-brain communication. These neural signals from the heart to the brain affect areas of the brain responsible for decision-making, emotional regulation, and perception. This means the heart plays a direct role in shaping how we think and interact with the world. The sail, on the other hand, is Munijat supplication, that spiritual force that propels your ship through the waves of life. Munijat is your conversation with Allah, your moments of sincerity when you turn to the Creator. When darkness intensifies and the waves rise around you, Munijat becomes the sail that moves you forward, the bond that connects you to Allah. Your ability to converse with Allah anytime and anywhere is itself evidence of His closeness to you and of His wisdom in veiling Himself from you. Just as the ship cannot move without wind, your soul cannot find its strength without this spiritual connection. The wind here is the power of Allah that you do not see, but you feel in every moment. Talking to the Creator gives you hope in moments of despair and restores your strength when you feel weak. It is the tranquility that fills your heart and allows you to see light amidst the darkness. Communicating with the Creator does not necessarily mean hearing a direct response, but it means opening yourself to receive answers in various ways. The answers may not come as a voice or a direct sign, but they might manifest in your life. Sometimes, life shows you the solution or the answer through a simple event, as if a path you thought was closed suddenly becomes clear. Allah might send you someone in an unexpected way, carrying the wisdom or advice you need. Sometimes, mere Munijat grants you internal clarity, enabling you to see things from a new perspective. These answers may not be immediate, but they come at the right time, when you are ready to receive them. Speaking to Allah about your pain is not just a way to ease your burden. It is part of a deeper journey toward understanding. It is a beautiful human experience because it reminds you that you are not alone and that there is always someone who understands you and listens to you unconditionally. When you open your heart in this sincere dialogue, the pain begins to fade because you no longer carry it alone. Even talking to the Creator requires an enlightened mind and a reflective heart. As Immanuel Kant said, reason does not contradict faith, it completes it. Munajat without knowledge might lack the proper understanding of reality or the knowledge needed to interpret matters objectively, leading to incorrect interpretations or exaggerated analyses of events. Thus, talking to the Creator alone is not enough, but it becomes a powerful tool when built upon a foundation of knowledge and reasoning. Knowledge, the heart, and Munajat all must work together. Neglecting any of them weakens your journey. Just as a ship needs a map, a compass, and a sail, your life requires knowledge to guide, the heart to discern, and Munajat to strengthen. Allah did not create these tools in vain. Just as He placed the stars to guide ships at sea, He placed these means to guide us in life. Life, dear listener, is not always a clear and paved path. Sometimes, you find yourself standing at a moment of confusion, at a crossroads, wondering, which path should I take? You may feel lost, as though darkness surrounds you on all sides, and the choices before you seem tangled and difficult. But remember, on this journey, you are not alone. Allah is always with you, and He has provided you with the tools and the ability to find the right path in this life. These tools are the blessings we have been given, but they do not come to us complete or easily. They require continuous effort, patience, and gentleness to discover and use them properly. Knowledge is not simply something ready-made that comes to us. Rather, it is always around us, waiting for us to open our hearts to it, to seek it with genuine passion and a true desire to learn. Knowledge requires effort. We must pursue it step by step, with patience, until we understand and benefit from it. It is the tool that grants us the ability to see things clearly, understand reality, and deal with life's challenges wisely. The heart is a sensitive tool, prone to fluctuation and hesitation if left on its own. It may falter in distinguishing between good and evil, but when illuminated by the light of knowledge, it gains the ability to discern between right and wrong, between the clear path and the ambiguous ones. The heart is influenced by the environment around it and by the emotions and thoughts we carry. Purifying the heart makes its role clearer and prepares it to be a wise guide in our lives. When the heart is purified and nourished with knowledge, it becomes more stable and capable of making the right decisions. Munajat, supplication, is a deep form of communication that stems from both the heart and the mind. It requires knowledge and an aware heart to guide it in the right direction and steer it away from randomness or drowning in illusions. It is not merely an action we perform in times of need or pain. Rather, it is a stable and enduring relationship. Munajat is a state of continuous connection with Allah at all times. In times of pain, Munajat provides us with strength, lightens our burdens, and reminds us that we are not alone in facing hardships. In times of happiness, it is also a means of gratitude and thankfulness. When you supplicate to Allah in moments of joy, you acknowledge His blessings upon you and realize that everything you possess is part of a greater wisdom. Even when life is free from crises, Munajat keeps us connected to Allah, rearranges our priorities, and reminds us of the greater purpose of our lives. But the real danger lies in neglect. Neglecting knowledge means being lost in the darkness of ignorance. Neglecting the heart means losing your compass. Neglecting munajat means severing yourself from the greatest source of strength. Yet, there is a fundamental condition on this journey: sincerity. Sincerity in seeking the truth, sincerity in purpose, and sincerity in intention. In any journey you embark on, clarity of purpose and sincerity of intention are essential. The intention arises from the heart, and if your intention is scattered or contradictory, you will inevitably lose your way. If you seek to reach the truth and salvation, this journey requires full focus and a clear purpose. If your goal is to achieve material gains, you will not reach the truth because you have not made it your primary aim. Likewise, if you attempt to combine material goals with the pursuit of truth, the distraction between the two will weaken your direction toward either, for the path to truth requires a sincere and devoted intention. Reflect on this example. If you wish to go to the beach to enjoy the sea, while at the same time wanting to spend your time in the desert enjoying the solitude, where will you go? Each has a different direction, and you cannot combine them into one destination. The same applies to intention. If it is divided, it leads to multiple and overlapping paths, causing you to lose focus on the primary goal. When you are sincere in your pursuit, you will find that knowledge reveals truths to you. The heart distinguishes the path, and talking to the Creator gives you the strength to continue. Dear listener, your journey in this life is not a mere fleeting trip. It is the opportunity Allah has given you to strive, to learn, and to seek the wisdom He has placed in this universe. Each day you live, new opportunities arise before you, and new doors open. But these doors will not open unless you pursue them with all the energy and determination you possess. Never stop seeking knowledge, questioning, reflecting, and contemplating. Never stop using your mind to analyze everything you hear and see. Never stop connecting with Allah. In every situation, ask Him, and He will answer you. Seek His help, and He will support you. Ask Him for understanding and knowledge, and He will teach you. Every step you take toward wisdom is a step toward Allah. Every moment of sincerity in your journey is a key that opens new doors for you. Your journey is not easy, but it is filled with immense opportunities. Allah wants you to succeed and to reach the shores of safety. He wants you to understand the laws that connect you to Him. Perhaps there is a specific path He wants you to take. We are one step closer to the truth, and on the horizon, many paths appear that may lead us to knowing the Creator. Are there laws governing my life and my relationship with my Creator? Can I truly know the Creator through multiple paths, or has He defined a specific path that, if followed, will lead us to Him? In the next episode, inshallah, we will delve into this question together and search for the answer. We will try to uncover together. Can the Creator be known as He truly is through multiple paths, or has He defined a specific path that, if followed, will lead us to Him? In the next episode, Allah willing, we will face this question together and explore the answer. Your journey to the truth is an ongoing one. It may seem challenging and long, but it is worth every effort made to reach the desired goal. It is a journey that requires patience, reflection, and deep thought, but it ultimately holds the most beautiful meanings and profound values. Stay with us, for the answer to this question may be a new key to a deeper understanding of our lives and purposes. The horizon is still vast before us, and the journey has not yet ended. I ask Allah to make us among those who learn and act upon what they have learned, so that our knowledge becomes a light that illuminates our path in this world and the hereafter. Peace be upon you, and the mercy and blessings of Allah.